My name is Jennifer Montepeque Diaz. I am a college student aide for the Long Beach Unified School District's Youth Employment Network. Our program is partnered with the Department of Rehabilitation and essentially consists of offering services to students, preferably from the age of 16 up to when they're seniors in high school, which is about 17 or 18, and allowing them to learn workability skills so that they can transition smoothly from a school environment into a work environment. Our target population is special education, so we do require that the students have an individualized education plan. So some of our students may be autistic, some of them have a specific learning disability. We just try to focus on that population so that they receive the extra support as other students may not need it. Aside from workability skills, we offer support in actually looking for jobs and internships, making sure that we keep in mind their personal interests. So our program originally had regular adults work with the students. However, it was proven that it was not the most convenient thing for the students. The students sometimes feel a little bit timid, or just they are afraid to ask questions when they see someone who has a little bit more authority. So our program decided to enlist college student aides as the ones who personally work with the students on campuses. We are located at various campuses in Long Beach Unified School District so that we are touching upon all students in the district. Like I mentioned before, I'm a college student aide, so I'm at Jordan Plus, and it has been proven that students feel a lot more comfortable talking to us about their lack of experience or any questions that they might think are silly but are actually not. They feel like they can relate to us a lot more because we were once in their shoes and it wasn't just too long ago. I graduated high school in 2012, so it wasn't really long, and so they're like, okay, well, I feel comfortable talking to her. She's been where I've been through. It's not as easy to recognize that with an adult who already has a bachelor's or a master's or even a doctorate. So it feels like it's easier to connect for us because we can also relate to them as opposed to someone who hasn't probably been looking for a part-time job in so long. So we just try to make the experience as more convenient and more comfortable for the student as possible so that we can encourage their success and they can eventually be successful at their own pace and rate. I am located now at Jordan Plus. Previously, I was located at Millikan High School. It was my first semester as a college student aide, and becoming part of this program has been a great experience. One of my favorite experiences was when I had a particular student. He could not even call a company and say, hey, are you guys hiring at the moment? It was to the point where I had to write a script for him and say, if they say this, you say that. If they tell you this, then you ask this. It was a lot of hand holding, but then I got transferred to Jordan Plus. A few months later, I heard that he had finally gotten hired. He was working super independently, and it warms our hearts to see that our hard work, no matter how long or how tiring or how nerve-wracking it is, it pays off, and these students are seeing the outcome of their hard work. Now this student is working independently. He can call on his own with no script. He can ask his supervisor stuff, which was something that he was afraid of. He was afraid of asking supervisors questions and say, hey, like, can I get more hours or can I get this day off? We teach them skills that are not just going to be valuable for today or tomorrow, but for the rest of their lives. They're life skills. So that's very, very heartwarming. Interests. Our facility is actually located in Long Beach by the traffic circle. It's 2221 Argonne Avenue. It's very accessible to the students, whether they want to go walking, because a lot of the students do live around the area. They can get dropped off because we do have a very open parking lot, and it's accessible to public transportation, primarily just the bus because the metro is not around, but definitely it is accessible to students. As I mentioned before, we do focus on the youth of at least 16 because our primary goal is to have them work, and it's more convenient for them to work at 16 and not later. We do support their transition up to the age of 22, even after they've graduated high school, but after 22 we do refer them to the Department of Rehabilitation. As for opportunities of employment, we do have job developers that their primary focus is to look for openings in the community, as we do like to support the businesses in Long Beach. When the students do find employment, it can be through an internship or through a direct hire. An internship is offered to students who have a little bit more trouble transitioning from the school place to the workplace. That means that they are paid through the Long Beach Unified School District, and we make sure to keep an eye on them, making sure that we are supporting them and teaching them the skills that they need in the workplace. If the student is more independent and has an easier transition, we might offer them a direct hire, which means they're directly hired by the company and paid by the company. For the internships, once we see that they're ready and they've built enough experience, we do encourage a direct hire and make sure that they are at the same level as the other students. Our contact person is Anjali Atkins. She is the program coordinator. You can contact her through email. It's aatkins, AATKINS @lbschools.net.